will always serve you. Y'all know about that shit, man. I had to hit that one time for all the, you know what I'm saying, all the things I used to serve, you know what I'm saying? I ain't serving you no more, but that was for you.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on a Florida man that was sentenced to 999 years for killing his grandparents.
A teenager's in jail after a family says he shot and killed his grandparents over a family feud.
Oh, no.
Members tell us Unita Hardy and Gregory Merritt were in their early 60s. A family friend was also killed in all of this.
His thoughts, his actions, his words.
That's what they need to do to hit him right in the head 10 times.
In this case, beyond a reasonable doubt, that this defendant committed 3 counts of premeditated murder.
His statement to the police is credible because it is literally corroborated by all the other evidence in this case. And that is the same statement in which he confesses to 3 counts of murder.
That's crazy.
First on my list
Wow.
to see is Jadarius Jones.
Why would you even do that? Why is he not beat up?
How you doing?
Why did they not beat him up in the county?
Okay, are you Jadarius Jones?
Yes, sir.
Hell wrong with you?
All right, I have read the arrest and booking report. I do find there to be probable cause for the 4 charges against you. I am going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Mr. Jones, you've been
No
charged
bond.
with 3 separate counts of second-degree murder.
Yeah,
You've
look at
also
her
been
face on
charged
photo.
with,
You the real killers,
a
baby.
separate count of armed robbery. You will be held without bond on all 4 of those charges.
It was January 15,
Yeah.
2023.
No bond.
At 12:30 in the afternoon, Jacksonville sheriffs responded to a home in reference to a shooting. Arriving on scene, officers discovered 44-year-old Luther Williams laying in the front yard with multiple gunshot wounds.
Damn.
Officers quickly conducted a security sweep of the residence, finding 2 additional victims in a back bedroom, 58-year-old Unita Hardy and 63-year-old Gregory Merritt.
I'm just saying, what the hell could an old person do to make you that mad? I could understand slapping them. I could understand damn near punching them. But you gonna smoke? Like, what does that, like, you know, it ain't making sense, you know what I'm saying? The math ain't mathing. What did you really think was gonna happen? Like, certain people, we need to have separate types of jails and prisons, okay? We need to have regular, like, okay, you know how you got white collar crimes, and you know what I'm saying? We need to have people like that do white collar crimes, they get sent to like minimum security jails and all that. And we need people that do this, they get sent up the road to Angola. We just start sending all the niggas that do weird shit to Angola for life.
They were both unresponsive with multiple gunshot wounds. All 3 victims would die at the scene as detectives arrived to begin the triple homicide investigation. A search warrant was obtained, the crime scene was processed, and multiple 9mm shell casings would be found inside and outside the home by all 3 victims.
Damn.
It was determined all 3 met a violent demise, standing only feet away from their killer.
Damn.
A nearby neighbor, now witness, would tell detectives she observed an 18-year-old named Jadarius Jones arrive at the victim's home in a black Toyota Camry. He'd enter the home wearing a fanny pack satchel, and once inside was confronted by male acquaintances who were already in the home.
What the hell?
The confrontation stemmed from an incident they found out Jadarius was involved in, and a physical fight broke out. Jadarius was seen running from the home on foot. Officers would observe a male matching the description of Jadarius at a home not far from the murder scene. He'd be detained by officers, identified as the suspect, and transported for an interview with detectives. A search of the home would reveal a fanny pack style satchel described by the witness. Inside was a wallet belonging to the victim found in the front yard. Speaking with Jadarius, the detective would read him his constitutional rights, and Jadarius would acknowledge he understood all of his rights and signed the form.
He ain't got no choice.
Miranda.
Stupid ass nigga.
Jadarius would confess to shooting and killing all 3 victims.
Wow.
But these weren't just random people. Unita and Gregory were his own grandparents. The 18-year-old will be charged with 3 counts of second-degree murder, armed robbery with a firearm, and theft of a motor vehicle for stealing the victim's Toyota after the murder. The
He ain't never
vehicle
getting out.
would be found in front of the home he was found at.
He ain't never getting out.
Jadarius would sit inside of the Duval County Jail for over 2 years before finding himself guilty as fuck at trial.
That's the crazy part about getting sentenced, or even about going to court and everything. They will have your ass sitting in the county for years before you even get sentenced, bro. And you better hope they get your ass time served, because that doesn't always happen. So you could be sitting in the jail for 5 years fighting your case or going to trial, and they continuing it, whatever's going on. And then they don't even give you no goddamn time served. So you just did 5 years for no reason, and then you gotta do however much time you just got. This shit's crazy, bro. Like, the justice system is insane.
Now 20 years old, Jadarius would receive a jaw-dropping 999 years for the triple murder that ended his grandparents' life. In all reality,
He deserved it, though.
he'd be sentenced to life for each murder, with the sentences running concurrent. But on the court site, it would say 999 years, 99 months, and 99 days.
Yeah, so basically he's no chance of
For
ever
those
getting
that
out.
have never been to prison, within the dorms are call-out sheets that would list inmate names, Department of Corrections numbers, as well as their release dates. And for the inmates with a life sentence, the year of release would just say 9999.
Damn.
Now these numbers almost seem make-believe, but for 20-year-old Jadarius, they are very real.
No, for real.
If he's lucky enough to live the next 60 years, he'll have spent it within the 4 regions of the Florida Department of Corrections.
Going,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter which part
Getting
of the state he
transferred.
wakes up in. That Florida sun will shine every morning off the barbed wire fences.
That's another crazy crazy thing too. You gotta understand, like, he's not gonna, okay, just because you got life, don't mean you finna go in this one prison and you finna sit here for the rest of your life. No, they finna ship you from section to section, prison to prison, city to city. This shit crazy as hell, bro. Like, you really gonna get passed around like a hoe on front of grave, and they getting money off of you. That's the worst part about it if you really think about it. You did all this dumb ass shit. You finna sit the rest of your life in prison, and they getting paid off of you while you sitting in prison. It's like, was it really worth it? No, all because he wants to be in the streets and do all this quote unquote tough shit. Your ass is goofy, bro. Nigga be lame as hell.
And the day he doesn't wake up, he'll be collected from his cell, body bagged, sent home if he has any living relatives,
Oh God.
or he'll be buried at the prison.
Yeah.
But that Florida sun will keep on shining. And this is the reality of life in Florida State Prison.
Nah, that's not the reality of this Florida State prison. That's the reality of everybody in prison, bro. Your ass gonna pass away in jail, bro. Even if you get 20, 30 years, ain't no guarantee you're gonna live to see 20, 30 years in prison, bro. Like, you in there with real monsters. Real politics. Real goddamn programming. Real structure. And, man, it get real in there, bro. Man, this shit crazy, dog. I don't feel bad for him. But it's just crazy that his life is over with. You know, like I said, I don't feel bad though, but god damn, that's crazy.